So this is the Deadpool, and I have them thumbs down because I don't like this particular action figure. This is the Deadpool. Where is it? It's the Marvel Legends. That's what it is. Marvel Legends, and they have a bunch of these Marvel Legends series. They have one for pretty much every character you can think of, and they look pretty cool in the box because it's all shiny, and you're like, yay, toys or collectibles. But look at him. Doesn't he look a little off to you to be Deadpool? Okay, now he retails for about $50, I would say. I think it's like 45, 47, whatever. It's like $50 after tax. $50 get you this. Get you swords that don't even go in all the way. You know, this is just kind of all loosey-goosey for whatever reason. We got this going on in the back right now. Not sure why they put so much effort into that. Oh, and another little cool thing is, I don't know about you, but sometimes my calf twists halfway through the middle sometimes. And I've seen Deadpool do this pretty much everything I've seen him in or read him in. Now again, I've said before I'm not the biggest Marvel fan, but I like Deadpool because I like the fact that he is basically more successful than his copy, or what he's a copy of, which is Deadshot from the DC universe, Wade Wilson, or Slade Wilson, and he's Wade Wilson. And he's basically Wolverine if he was a mercenary and didn't know how to shut his mouth. And that's a very broad statement, but because they both have the healing factor. But again, I can't figure out how to take his gun out right here. So he can't even do the pistol. He did come with like a little extra face, and like an extra gun, and then like a knife. And it just wasn't, I mean, for $50, I mean, I guess if you're collecting them, you know, that's cool if you're like the biggest Marvel, and I'm not the biggest Deadpool fan. I'm not going to sit here and try to lie to you and say, oh, I love Deadpool, I've been a fan ever since. I thought the movie was pretty cool. It was a movie. I got it on DVD, and I saw what they didn't put in the movie, and I thought, that might make a better movie. They left that stuff in there. But it was funny, it was entertaining. But again, he just has the trademark, you know, thumbs up, and then, yeah, I don't even think you can put anything in his hand. He doesn't come with any, oh, he does come with extra hands. Okay, my bad. Because this is all the other stuff that it comes with after you get him out. But, it just doesn't, I mean, they got this part, right? I like the little back of the little curly Q thing that he's got there. But again, $50. I want to show you what a $100 Deadpool looks like. A $100 Deadpool. Or figure. And that's this guy. I exaggerated that, but he is quite heavy to be an action figure. And look at that. He's just broader. He looks better. There's a lot more detail into there. He has more weapons. I mean, there's still stuff in the box that's still in there. And I took his swords off because they kind of don't stay in there all that well because he's not supposed to be handled. I keep him in a case. But look at that. There's nothing right there that twists his leg. It's just a natural knee motion. Even his toes move, right? He's got pouches, actual pouches. Oh, and I can take his gun out. I can take the pistol out, all right, and put it in there. So that's cool. Oh, and he comes with a little knife that, again, I can take out. And it just looks cool. I mean, the detail that went into this with the strapped double mags that I thought were only existent in Call of Duty. No, Deadpool's rocking that as well. And again, the back doesn't have that little curly, cartoonish thing. But I think if you're going for more serious Deadpool, which is what they're going for, you keep it like that. But you can kind of see in his face, he still has like the wrinkles. Like they even got like, I don't know if you can see that, but his, what do you call it, crow's feet in there. Because he's an old guy by this time. And he has cancer. So there you go. For those of you who don't know much about Deadpool, which I don't think anybody doesn't at this point since the movie came out. But yeah, I mean, this is what $100 gets you. Versus $50. Look at that. Look how cartoony and just unsatisfying that looks compared to this guy. Now, I'd rather have one of him versus him and say Spider-Man or Thor or whoever next to him. I mean, it just feels cheap. You can kind of see that he's kind of glossy. It looks, I mean, it's very much like a Ken doll, just reskinned. This is an actual action figure. This is something that somebody took time to sculpt to make sure that every detail was there. And that's pretty cool to me. But I came across another issue with another set that I have. Now, I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan. I love Dragon Ball Z. But I came across the same issue with Vegeta. And I love Vegeta. He's my guy. He's my go-to guy. So this guy, they have a bunch of these. Again, if you're collecting them, I can understand why you would pay the price that you do. But look at his face. It's a little wonky, in my opinion. I don't know if the camera's going to focus, but it's not. It's a little. It comes with that. He's small, so you can kind of see. He's a little. I got small hands, so there you go. And he was about 30. I didn't pay 30 for him because I waited for him to get on sale. So I think I paid like 20. I think for him. And then, like $34 gets you this guy, if I remember correctly, like 35 or something like that. Still, both of these under $40, about the same price range. This guy, again, comes with a spare head. So right now I have the Majin version with his little grin. But if you're ever like, oh, you know, that's not, you know, that doesn't really go well with my other Vegeta stuff, boom. You can just put on a normal Vegeta face. I like his Majin face because I just think he was a lot cooler, a lot better back when he had Majin magic in him. But there you go. And he comes with like a little stand. But look at that. Look at that. You got the tears in his clothing, like he's been through some stuff. He doesn't have the armor on him anymore. It's more detailed. I mean, just from front to back, it's a lot more detailed than what you're paying basically the same price for this guy, which isn't so detailed. Now, I'm not saying this isn't, again, this isn't going to go everywhere. You know what I mean? Like, this can't just go on a desk in some places. But this, you know, maybe you have it at your desk at work or something. It's small enough that it would work. But, I mean, I would just go with the big guy. I would just say, yep, I'm a Dragon Ball Z fan, and I'm going to get the big Vegeta up on there. And again, let's just say from the stand that he has to there, I mean, I'm about mid-back to him versus Vegeta, the smaller one, which I can just do this with, you know? So, just a little review on the different action figures that are out there with their price points and everything. So, I mean, he's even got a little tear. He's got tears in the back and everything. I mean, it's just cool. He's just a cool. I fell over when I saw him. I said, I'm getting him, and I thought he was going to be a lot more than what he was. I thought this was going to be about $60. You know, 50, $60. I mean, this cost less than this. Okay, again, Ken doll versus something with a lot more detail, a lot more, you know, showmanship to it. You know. So again, just be careful with what you buy. You know. Again, if you're into the Legends and you're like, I don't care, I'm a huge hardcore Deadpool fan. I want everything Deadpool. I don't care how cheap it is. I don't care how he looks. I love Deadpool. Then by all means, ignore what I'm saying. But this is just a little comparison to how sometimes just spending a little bit more gets you high quality stuff, especially in collectibles. Then again, I just can't get over why they made this twistable. I don't understand. Unless, like, he's in an action pose, or, like, I don't know. I can't think of a natural, not even a natural, what am I trying to say? Like I don't know, an organic way to even pose him like that. And his feet just look, like, small. Like, he's got skinny little legs and these big old feet. But again, this is more of a cartoony kind of version of him. And his swords don't even go in all the way. I'm sure I've said that, but that just bothers me that they don't go in all the way. But again, it's just weird. And his pouches, I didn't mention this, but yeah, he does have pouches, you know. But his hands don't have the little Deadpool logo on there or anything. So again, you know, you get these two things, and that may work for you, because these come in sets, and maybe that's why they're priced a little bit higher. Maybe that's why they look the way they do. I'm sure that's what it is, versus the other two that I showed you that are more individual, more high-end stuff. But again, these two, I just wasn't. I mean, I love Vegeta. I'm a huge Vegeta fan. I'm one of those, I don't care. I'll even show you this thing, I was very disappointed. Because he's just a little metal set, $15. And he is metal. They got a little screw in the back of him. But I was just so irritated that he cost $15. And he's about the size of my finger, a little less in height. And he's just so tiny. He's so small. That's what I'm talking about. So again, half the price gets you this. And he can just stand right there. But I love Vegeta. I love everything Vegeta. I don't have like a bunch of Vegeta stuff. You know, don't do that. And make sure you can see Goku right there. And that was another kind of thing. But again, it's just irritates me when they charge so much for something that isn't really, I don't think, worth what it is. You know, and this is mostly in case you're ever wondering about picking this up or picking these up. Just see kind of what you want to get. Maybe you've seen this guy and you're like, I don't know. Well, I guarantee you'll be very happy with your purchase. Same thing with big Deadpool here. You know, if you haven't gotten one, you're a huge Deadpool fan or even a Marvel fan. Even if you're not, he's just a cool thing to look at. Very high quality. So, that about does it for me for this one. So with that, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time.